Okay, this is just a short video to talk to you about the security products that I've decided to use with my new Mutt motorcycle. Right, so I'm doing this video because when I was buying a motorbike I wasn't really sure what devices you should or shouldn't have and how much you should spend or that kind of thing. So first of all, I think it's important to be relative to obviously how much you're spending with the expense of the thing that you're trying to protect, right? So the Mutt motorcycle is relatively cheap in terms of how much large bikes cost, but I still think these equipment actually is pretty good even for a more expensive bike. So altogether here, spent about £250, something like that. So just very quickly talk you through what I've got and why I've got it. So start off with the most obvious. So this is an Abus Art 4150. You get 3 out of 5 stars for this relatively long chain. It's got an integrated lock on it, which is kind of pretty handy, and so basically means that I can lock and away I go without any problem. So going to use this for mainly when away and leaving the bike for a larger amount of time, as opposed to just like popping in somewhere very quickly. And obviously this is about securing the vehicle to something, so an immovable object. So you want to put this through the frame, not just the wheel, because they can take the wheel off and then take the rest of the bike with you. So you need to kind of secure it to something. And the thing I like about having the integrated lock is it means you can do a better job of positioning it and not having it kind of on the ground where someone can kind of smack the crap out of it to kind of break the lock. So all of these things with any security device or anything, you're just kind of trying to do two things. One is increase the amount of time that it's going to take for someone to try and steal your property, because if someone really wants it, they will get it one way or another, and hopefully attract a bit of attention with it at the same time. So that's the lock that I've got there to kind of secure the frame to a lamppost or some secure mounting. Obviously don't put it on a bollard and then people can just lift it up across the bollard, and be sensible about these things. Next, I have 2 disc locks. So this one is, I can't remember the Abus model now, relatively cheap disc lock, nothing fancy about it. Has a 5.5mm pin. The reason for that is I have 8mm pin holes on my discs, and it was 5.5 or a 10mm for this one. So comes in a nice little case for me to keep it in, and it's pretty basic. You put the lock in, turn it, and you can kind of remove the pin and then go back in, and the pin goes back in. All you're doing here is using a disc lock to stop someone pushing the motorcycle away, because it just means the wheel basically won't turn. They have to cut the disc or smash the lock and do different things. So it's more of kind of more visible prevention. And then finally I have another disc lock, but this one is a higher grade security and has 120 decibel alarm on it. So a couple of things that happen here. It's going to be even harder for them to break this one because it's more solid, more robust. It also has that alarm, so if the vehicle is moved or nudged or anything, it will sound a 120 decibel alarm, which hopefully will attract attention to the bike, and then hopefully someone will intervene, or the would-be criminal decides to do a runner. So I use this on the front, use this one on the back, and I've got a good level of security, I feel, to have some relative level of comfort whilst I'm leaving the motorcycle somewhere. So I'm thinking about getting a small pannier or something to be able to keep these in. Most of the time disc locks fine, keep those in your pocket, and I think not too bad. Not really a fan of carrying the chain kind of on my person or in a backpack in case I come off and these chains are pretty solid and it might hurt a little bit. I'm not sure, still thinking about that. Last thing to think about is immobilizers and trackers. So my vehicle doesn't have an immobilizer or alarm on it whatsoever. I have thought about getting a GPS tracker. So there's a few that are relatively well priced, about £100, and they have obviously a SIM card in there, and if it's moved or anything, it will alert your phone and you can kind of get the vehicle back. So maybe get one of those kind of things in the future. But on a motorbike, there's not that many places that you can kind of stash one of those things. So I think criminals we'll probably find it relatively quickly and remove it. So right now I'm going with the security devices. When and if I get a larger motorcycle in the future after passing my tests, then I may consider a different lock or something like that. But yeah, this is it. Hope this helps. Please leave comments below. Recommend other products for myself and others, but I think this is a good place to start and provides a reasonable level of security for my motorcycle when left unattended. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.